What is going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about something a little more serious than what we usually talk about on this channel. Now, what I think I want to do is make this a series. I don't know how regularly it would be posted or, if it's going to have a schedule or anything like that. But I want to title it Real Talk. So I think that's what the title is going to be. Obviously, I'm talking and doing this commentary before I even post the video on YouTube. So I don't know what I title it. That's all future me. But I think future me is going to do Real Talk. That's going to be this series. So quick, just get it out of the way. I am playing Operation Locker on Battlefield 4 in hardcore mode. And it starts out a little slow right here. I was timid. It's the first game of the day. But I end up going pretty ham at some points, just rushing through the enemies. Now that out of the way, let's talk about the serious stuff. Now, obviously, the title of the video is talking about bullying. You probably clicked on this video not knowing what it is. I just want to talk about personal experiences and how I got through them as a kid in life. So, yes, I was a victim of bullying. This is a very sensitive topic for me, not because it affects me, like whenever I hear somebody say, oh, bullying, I was just like, I think about what happened to me. It's not because of that. It's because I survived it. I got through it, and I don't like when... given my case wasn't super serious, right? I wasn't bullied out of existence. I wasn't beaten up every day, and I understand every case is different. But I don't like some people. I think overact. They overreact to bullying. They say that it's such a big issue when everybody bullies anybody. I'm not gonna say that I'm not a bully, because I've made fun of people in front of them and behind their back, and I think everybody does, 100%. But at the same time, there's always a limit. I've never crossed that limit, I don't think, and hopefully a lot of you guys haven't. But I know somebody brought it up in stream. That's why I'm thinking about talking and doing a video on it today. They asked me if I got bullied when I was a kid, and yes, I did. Starting at around 6th grade, I started getting bullied. Now, it wasn't bad at first. It did kind of get bad towards the end. It was mainly about my looks. I was kind of a goofy kid. I had a pretty goofy growing spree, and some would argue that I still look goofy today, and that's fine. But I had long hair. I wore skinny jeans. I went through a phase. There's nothing wrong with you guys if you do the same stuff or you wear skinny jeans and stuff. But at that time, I went to middle school about 6 years ago? 6 years ago? 6 or 7 years ago, right? 7 or 8. Shit, I'm old now. I'm old. I feel old. Sorry if you're older than me. But, yeah, I went through this phase. I let my hair grow out. I dyed it. I wore skinny jeans, I kind of thought I was cool, trying to get into the skateboard thing. But I didn't really skateboard, so I was just kind of following a fashion that I didn't really know much about. And I got bullied for it. And people would call me names and stuff like that. And my way of dealing with that, which is my recommendation for anybody else, is just go along with it. Fuck them. You have to know within yourself what you're worth. It's not much about what other people say. You have to have strong willpower. You have to say, okay, maybe this person's calling me ugly, but fuck them. I know myself I'm not ugly. I'm not going to make what they say true. I'm not going to listen to them. This is actually a tear right here. Cutting into this serious talk. I go on a tear here. But, who is somebody to tell me what I am? I know it myself. So the first thing is you need to look yourself in the mirror. Honestly, I've done this. I still do this today. If I'm feeling down, if I'm having a hard day or something like that, I look myself in the mirror and I talk to myself. And some people will be like, "Oh, it's like you're fucking crazy." Yeah, I probably am. But at the same time, I give myself my own motivation. I don't need somebody else to tell me, "Oh, you need to do this because it's going to be good for you." I know it's going to be good for me, and I'm going to do it because of that. And that's the same thing with bullying. If somebody tells you you're not good enough, fuck you. You don't have to prove anything to them. Just make sure you know it to yourself. And that's probably the first thing. Now, the second big thing is friends, family, support groups. You always have to find people who like you as well. No matter who it may be. Surround yourself with people that don't make fun of you. That like you for you. I had a group of friends, and I was only friends with them because they made fun of me during middle school. It was interesting. Like, one of the kids was pretty popular in my school. A lot of kids knew him, and I kind of leashed on, and like he made fun of me, but then kind of like we hung out because I was like the punching bag, and that went on for about 2 years. And then I finally just kind of said enough. It kind of went along with, there was this one time we were hanging out and, fighting. We would play fighting, like wrestling on a trampoline. And I was actually, like, destroying this kid in wrestling. And they kind of started to respect me more. They found out that I was a lot stronger than I looked, I guess, or something like that. But along with that, I kind of, that year, I transformed. I took a lot of risks that I wasn't sure of, but I had to find myself. I decided that I didn't want the long hair anymore. I wanted to change my style up, and I found lacrosse. So, surrounding yourself with friends that are supportive, that like what you do, that help you do what you do, is another important thing. And then the third thing, which is lacrosse for me, is find your passion, find a distraction, find something that you really, really like, that you really want to work towards. Now, I even got bullied in lacrosse, and that happened for a little while. Now, don't get me wrong, I wasn't the best lacrosse player. I didn't put so much effort into it towards the end of my career. I don't know if it's over. I'm throwing up quotations. I might still try to play. But I definitely fucked off my senior year for lacrosse, and even my junior year. I didn't really care as much as I did prior. But when I first started playing lacrosse, I found this passion. This is the one thing, this and video games, really saved me. I play video games. I had so much fun with my friends that I met on Xbox and stuff like that. And then I'd go to lacrosse practice. And for 2.5 hours a day, it didn't matter, I was doing something that I really loved. Now, in the beginning, there were kids on the team who would make fun of me because of video games. They're pretty funny jokes now that I think about it. They used to be like, oh, does Brandon have Marathon Pro on and stuff like that, right? So, like, making fun of me about Call of Duty. I mean, I'd do it too. I kicked all their ass in COD back then. But they did that until they realized that, I was one of them. When I was on the field playing with them, they didn't say that to me. When I was the one passing them the ball, giving them goals, making them look good, they didn't say that to me, And that kind of just glazed over, and then it went from being bullying to just joking around with friends and having people joke with you. Nobody ever really said anything towards my face that I took offensive after 8th grade. Once at 9th grade, I was back where I think a normal person would be, a healthy lifestyle, a comfortable lifestyle. So those are the things that's my spiel on bullying. I get really offended and stuff when people over dramatize things, like, oh, my friends, they don't like me and stuff like that. And obviously I don't know people's situations. It's a lot different for everybody. But at the same time, I think it's all about inside yourself. It's all personal strength. You know what I mean? So you just got to look inside yourself and you say, I can do this. So those are my tips and tricks. It sounds unserious now. But that's how I got through bullying in middle school and high school. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below with what I should talk about next. Some real talk. If you like this series, give it a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.